All right, Friday's here already. Watch this video for Friday, February 8th. It's always kind of fun at the end of the day, and you look and you realize the Dow's down like 200 or 300 points, and you didn't even realize it throughout the day. I mean, I kind of remember it from the morning, but then when you're trading intraday, you're in cash every night. And man, the teamwork, you never notice when the overall market's down. So that's a great thing about day trading. You see kind of an ugly candle today, but a bit of a recovery on an intraday basis. Despite a 6-7 week climb all the way back up to the 200 day. So it's certainly due for a pullback. Man, if you weren't in chat today, you really need to take it. If you have a full-time job and you just come to chat whenever you can, you really need to start taking some days off your job. Just don't tell them I said that. But look at this AOLS. Again, just having a recent high flyer on watch. I made the call on this little flag break, just a high of day break here. It did this rip, flagged. Wayne called it again. Through that hole number 26 and gave another nice inflection point trade. But let me get that out of the way and show you exactly how this thing, look at that. Let's go back to fives. This is the actual chart. So there was the first call right there, another call, and then every time it did a little flag at a whole number inflection point, every time somebody in chat posted it ahead of time. Starting with the high of day break and me, but then here, it's just an amazing trader. And actually, there were some of us considering even taking a late day trade through 29, but it never did it. The teamwork's been fantastic, though, and this is why. Hang on one second here. Let's bring one more chart over. Also, if you weren't there today, AMRS, showing you this little handsome daily chart superimposed. Here's the intraday. There was the earlier high. So kind of an intraday cup and handle. Dan DB, see he's in England, I think. That's what that EN means. AMRS intraday cup and handle right under the red to green. A really, really nice post. Talked about the 45 seller there. Another post by Elaine. I hope I'm saying that right. Or maybe it's, anyway. And there was a clean seller there. High of day just above. Nice daily, recent high flyer. And this right here, this post by Dan DB, is exactly why we're always telling you members in chat that haven't taken the course. That's why we offer you a discount. It's selfish, right? Because the more people in our chat room that have taken the course, the more posts like this we're going to see, and we'll all do better. So it's a little bit self-serving, but that's why we offer chat room members a discount. Because, man, when you have a room full of people spotting these inflection point setups or these recent high flyers, flagging below the high with a seller on the tape and 2 or 3 catalysts just above, and you're not just trying to find them yourself, but you're in a room full of people that have taken the course and know how to find them, man, that room, I always say this, Trade Ideas is a fantastic scanner, but I still say our chat room is an even better scanner because of the number of people in there knowing what to look for. Now, AOLS has had such a monster move, I probably won't watch it tomorrow. I mean, it'll be on a side chart somewhere, but it's so extended that I really don't want to join a group of people that are going to maybe be chasing it tomorrow. So here's my list. MGNX had the gap up yesterday, a little pop, but then sold off. Now you got 2 red days. For all I know, it's going to come all the way down here and fill the gap, right? I have no idea, but sometimes on the 3rd day, it'll turn back up. So I am going to watch it for a low-risk intraday setup. I still want to watch Roku. Roku had such a nice, such a nice day this day that I'm hovering over here, that it went from 45.22 to 50.70. That's a huge move. And now it's come back down and kind of retested. It's basically round trip, but a nice bounce intraday. Oftentimes, like you always hear me say, when I'm looking for a bounce, what I'm looking for is kind of a narrow range and an afternoon break. So here was the big move. I'm showing you 15-minute candles. Here was the big move in Roku, right? Then the next day, it never broke its 15-minute high. And the next day, and then today. Now, today you could argue maybe this was because it got caught up with the overall market. But maybe tomorrow we get some sideways action and then an afternoon break. I bet you Roku gives us a little mini squeeze if that happens. And if it doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart, right? Overstock, OSTK, just a quiet inside day after the breakout attempt through 20 yesterday. I don't know, this area, this 20 area was support back here, then resistance back here. So it would have been weird for this thing to break yesterday just to keep going. So we might just chop around for a bit, but I do think it deserves to be on a chart going forward with the recent strength. Cron we had on watch today, a very strong close. The pot stocks go back on watch tomorrow. BOXL, nice volume here, and really kind of flagging. So I'm going to keep my eyes on that one for a possible breakout. Where am I? MBOT. Now listen, if you were in chat today, you probably saw how squinky this one was. And the chart's not really that interesting to me. If anything, you had this huge move, then you had the sell off, then a bounce, and then you kind of down, and you kind of retesting the highs of the most recent action, which is right here. But when you go to intraday, look at this. Had this massive move yesterday, and then today, this massive move, and closing kind of in the middle of its range. So because of these two big moves, I'm going to watch it, but I am not in love with the way this thing trades. I didn't take any trades in it today, but I do want to watch it. Be careful with it, though. HBI, which is Hanes, right? Underwear, t-shirts, and whatever else they sell. Really nice breakout today. Gave a beautiful gap play setup about 10 minutes in, and unfortunately I saw it like an hour into the session. You know, I saw this thing moving, and I went back and looked at it and said, hey, that was a gap play. Look at this inside fives it gave. Look at this. So there's the opening candle, then an inside fives. This is one of my favorite setups on a morning gap play, especially with both these candles being slightly red. You kind of have a 5-minute buy setup if it takes out this candle, plus you have a seller's fail scenario, and look what happened. Unfortunately, again, it looked about like this when I realized Hanes had gapped up, and I looked. And so anyway, that doesn't help anybody now, but that's a strong close. So we'll keep our eyes on it. Oftentimes, when you get a big move like that, actually, it's very, very rare that you get another move the next day. So it's probably not the best day to start watching it. But again, just like the other, it doesn't cost me anything to put it on a chart. TPNL reminds me of Hanes a little bit in that you have this massive move, but sometimes buying begets more buying, right? So maybe we get a low risk intraday range and a break out of that. So again, it's extended, but sure should be on watch for the next several days. AMRS, I just talked about this one. It closed kind of weak. I had a nice call and trade in it today, but I kind of wish it would have held up better. So maybe it feels a little tired now. You've got kind of 3 days in a row where selling came in up in this area. So maybe my least favorite on the list, actually, even though it's been very good to me the last few days. And then Skechers, nothing really compelling here except that in after hours right now, and it's only 30 minutes into the after hour session, it's trading at 32.22. So it's gapping, maybe a gap and go tomorrow. It's got some room to run over this area, so we're going to watch that one too. Pretty short list today, but we'll find plenty of potential gappers in the pre-market in addition to this list, and we'll watch our scanners as the day unfolds as well. All right, great teamwork today, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. Have a good night.